All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving headfirst into the absolute pressure cooker that is Game 6 of the 2025 World Series. We've got the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Toronto Blue Jays, and everything, I mean everything, is on the line.
Okay, so let's get right into it. The series is sitting on a razor's edge, folks. 3-2. Toronto, they're just one single win away from hoisting that trophy. Meanwhile, you've got the Dodgers, their backs completely against the wall, fighting for their championship lives. So here's how we're going to break this all down. We've got 5 key parts to really dig into to see who's got the edge heading into what could be the final game.
All right, first up, World Series on the brink. Let's just set the stage here because the atmosphere in Toronto, it's going to be absolutely electric. The stakes, well, they just don't get any higher than this. You know, for the Blue Jays, this is it. This is the moment they and their entire city have been dreaming of. We're talking about a chance to end a 3-decade-long drought, and they get to do it at home, in front of what's going to be an absolutely insane crowd. But, standing in their way? Only the defending champs, the Dodgers. This is a powerhouse team, and they are facing the ultimate test, right? It's simple. Win, or your dream of going back-to-back is completely over. They've got to find a way to get it done on the road and force this thing to the absolute limit, a Game 7. Okay, let's talk pitching. The pivotal pitching duel, Yamamoto versus Gausman. Because tonight, the matchup on the mound is everything. And man, you couldn't write 2 more different stories coming into this one. So on one side, you've got Yoshinobu Yamamoto for the Dodgers, and he is pitching like an absolute madman. I mean, 2 complete games in a row this postseason, his splitter has been just unhittable. But then, on the other side, you've got Kevin Gausman for the Jays. He's an ace, no doubt, but the Dodgers roughed him up back in Game 2. You know he's coming out there looking for some serious redemption. And that brings up maybe the biggest strategic question of the entire night, at least for the Dodgers. With your whole season hanging in the balance, how long is Yamamoto's leash? And believe me, people are all over the map on this one. Does the manager, Dave Roberts, have a super short leash? You know, pull him at the very first sign of trouble and go straight to that bullpen? Or does he trust the guy who's been lights out for him, let him work through a jam, and hope he settles in? In a do-or-die game like this, that one decision could literally be the whole ball game. But look, pitching is only half the story, right? We got to talk about the hitting. This has become a tale of 2 offenses. And when I say the contrast is staggering, I mean it is just night and day. Yeah, you even had guys like Stephen A. Smith just putting it bluntly. He said the Los Angeles Dodgers are about to lose the World Series. And really, his whole argument boils down to one simple, glaring question. Where are the bats? I mean, think about it. This team has a $350 million payroll. We're talking about a roster that is just loaded, jam-packed with some of the biggest offensive superstars in the entire world. And yet, that massive investment has gone completely ice cold. Get this, over the last 29 innings, so basically their last 3 games, they've scored a grand total of 4 runs. 4. That's just unbelievable. I mean, their superstars have just disappeared. Mookie Betts, he's hitting a measly .132. In a must-win Game 5, their top 4 guys, we're talking Ohtani, Smith, Betts, and Freeman, went a combined 1 for 15. 1 for 15. You just can't win a World Series like that. It's impossible. Okay, so now let's flip over to the other dugout where it is the complete opposite story. As one caller put it, Vlad has that look in his eye. They're being led by a superstar who is just, he's in the zone, playing on a whole other planet right now. And this stat right here, this tells you everything you need to know about his dominance. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has more home runs this postseason than strikeouts. Let that sink in for a second. 8 home runs, 5 strikeouts. That's just an absurd, incredible display of power and discipline, and it's what's fueling this whole team. All right, so beyond the numbers, there's that other huge factor, momentum and the mental edge. It's the stuff you can't always quantify, but right now, it feels like it's all leaning heavily in one direction. Just think about this for a second. The Blue Jays lost that absolutely soul-crushing 18-inning marathon in Game 3. A loss like that could sink a team. But them? Nope. They showed incredible mental toughness, bounced right back, and won the next 2 straight. That tells you everything about the character in that clubhouse.
So what does that mean for tonight? It means Toronto gets to play loose, right? They're playing with house money. They know they've got 2 shots to win 1 game. But the Dodgers, oh man, all the pressure in the world is on their shoulders. Every pitch, every at-bat is a do-or-die situation. The desperation is real.
And, history isn't exactly smiling on the Dodgers here either. Look at this. Of all the teams that have been down 3-2 in the World Series, only a small handful, just 8, have ever come all the way back to win it all. 23 have lost. So yeah, the task in front of them is absolutely monumental. Okay, so let's put it all together. What are the keys to victory for each team? And, what's the final prediction? Let's get into it. For the Dodgers, it's pretty straightforward. First, their superstar bats have to wake up, period. That $350 million offense has got to show up. Second, Yamamoto has to be dominant and pitch deep into this game. And third, their whole mindset has to be just survive, just win tonight, and push all that pressure back onto Toronto for a Game 7. And for the Blue Jays, honestly, it's just keep doing what you're doing. Let Vladdy Guerrero Jr. continue to be the engine of that offense. Get a strong bounce-back start from Kevin Gausman, and most importantly, ride the insane energy of that home crowd. If they just stay fearless and play their game, this championship is theirs.
So it all comes down to this. Will the Dodgers' sheer star power be enough to force one more game? Or is the Blue Jays' momentum just too much to stop? Look, you can never, ever count out the talent on that Dodgers roster. But when you look at everything, the hot bats, the momentum, the mental edge, the home crowd, every sign seems to be pointing to Toronto. The stage is absolutely set for a historic night, one way or another.